Siddhartha Gautama was a wise prince of Sakya. We know him as Buddha. He said holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone. You are the one who gets burned. This quote means if you get mad and you hold on to the anger, you hurt yourself because you're sad. I remember once I was mad. I don't even remember why, but I held it in. I've snapped at everything and everyone. I got bad grades and I locked myself in my room. I even missed a birthday party. I couldn't concentrate on my work at school. Boy, did I get burned. I learned not to hold on to anger, but my tip is to stay calm, not fierce. You need to drop the hot coal or else you will get burned.
Proverbs are words of wisdom that different countries or religions offer as lessons. One Irish proverb says, "You have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was." I think this proverb means that if someone in your family was good at something, that doesn't automatically mean you will be good at it too. You have to work at it yourself. For example, if your dad was in the NBA, you won't be guaranteed to get drafted. You have to work hard to become good at basketball. My great uncle was a screenwriter. I want to write movies. I can't just go to Warner Brothers and say, "Hi, I'm Samuel Ornitz's great nephew. Take my script." In my future, I know I can't rely on the past. I have to prove that I'm good at whatever I'm doing, and not rely on my ancestors' accomplishments.
William Blake was a poet, printer, illustrator, and engraver. One of his famous quotes is, "It is easier to forgive an enemy than to forgive a friend." That is true because you don't expect your enemy to be nice to you or do the right thing, but you do expect a friend to treat you well. On Yom Kippur, you are supposed to get forgiveness for all sins you have committed throughout the past year. God cannot forgive you for what you have done to others. The people who you weren't kind to have to forgive you. Otherwise, you aren't at all forgiven. You cannot expect to be forgiven by just saying sorry, though. You have to really mean it and think about it and prove that you won't do whatever you did again. You are supposed to ask for forgiveness 3 times. Most of us have difficulty forgiving a friend. Sometimes it's because we're embarrassed, but sometimes it's because we don't think our friend deserves forgiveness, because we trusted them and they betrayed us. Everyone gets in fights sometimes, and it may be hard to forgive a friend, but you should try to forgive them anyways.
Samuel Clemens was born in Florida, Missouri in 1835. We know him as Mark Twain, the writer of The Misadventures of Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. He said, "If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything." I think this quote means that the truth is always there, you can't forget it. With a lie, you have to remember exactly what you said, because if you repeat your story differently, you will be caught with a lie. One time when I was in preschool, I told my mom that a girl hit me. Then my mom told the teacher. When I went to school the next day, the teacher asked me if I was okay. I had forgotten about the lie, so I said that nothing had happened. When the teacher asked if it was true, I said no. I ended up getting in really big trouble. I have learned that not only is lying wrong, but it does not benefit anyone, least of all the liar.
Someone once said that if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. This means that if you have no goal, you will accomplish that goal every time. If you try to accomplish something, you'll get closer to your goal every time, and maybe at one point you will accomplish it. For example, I play ice hockey. The first year I played, I didn't score a goal. My dad kept telling me I wasn't trying hard enough. Next year I started playing better because I thought that I wanted the goal more than anybody else on my team. One day I skated really fast. Somebody passed me the puck in the center ice. I skated to the goal and I scored. After the game, my dad told me that I hustled and played a good game. This relates to the quote because I had aimed to score a goal and I did it. If I didn't have a goal, I would have never scored.
We don't know much about Nelson Henderson except that he said, "The true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit." I think this quote means that even if it has no benefit whatsoever for you, doing something that will eventually help someone can almost always be the right thing to do. Plus, isn't the pride of doing the right thing reward enough? Right now, California is in a drought. A person may say, I'm only one person. I can use as much water as I want. It won't affect me. No, it won't affect you, but it will affect all of the generations after you. Some of them may even be your children or their children. There is so much we can do to improve the future of others. Saving water, planting trees, or even giving tzedakah. You don't know who's getting it, but you know someone is, and you know it's helping them.
William Arthur Ward was a poet and a writer. He said, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. I think this quote means that there is no reason for not showing or telling someone that you appreciate them. Just like there is no reason to wrap a gift if you are not going to give it. It does not make sense. My mom always tells me to write thank you notes because then the other person knows that you thank them. So always show thanks to the giver.